Hi folks, and welcome to Impactful Life. My name is Rob, and this channel is devoted to helping you make an impact so you can lead a full life. Today, we're going to continue our discussion of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen Covey. This series has been a lot of fun so far, and I hope you've been following along. If not, we have numbered these videos so you can go back and start from the beginning if you want to. Today, I'm going to suggest an action to help you with Habit 3, which is to put first things first. So stay tuned because we'll be right back. Welcome back. Now let's make an impact. In his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Dr. Stephen Covey presents a principle-centered approach to personal development. We've been discussing each of these 7 habits in detail and presenting a quote and an action to help you develop each one. We're up to habit number 3, which is to put first things first. In our last video, I shared a quote from the book in which Dr. Covey states that the key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. Your action for this week is to simply pick a time to work on this habit. I want you to schedule time to work on your schedule. Now, this may sound weird, but how often do you actually sit down and plan out your life? Well, if you're like most people, you don't. Instead, you list out all your to-dos each day and you try to cross off as many as you can before you go to bed. This week, your mission is to block out an hour to work on you. Now, if you have a regular work schedule and you're there at the office Monday through Friday, the best time might be right before you leave the office on Friday. Make it the last thing you do before you head home. And let's be honest, how much actual work are you doing the last hour of the week anyway? Now, if you're like me and you don't work a traditional 8 to 5 job, pick a time that works for you. My personal time is Sunday mornings, but you need to figure out which is the best for you. I can't tell you when to do it, but I can tell you that if you block out time each week and do the things that I'm about to suggest, you'll be amazed at the impact it will have on your productivity, your effectiveness, and your life in general. Now, if you can't spare an entire hour, then start with 15 minutes and build from there. The amount of time is not as important as the fact that you start doing it consistently each week, developing that habit of working on you. I promise, once you make this a habit, you'll start to see the value, and then you can make it more of a priority. Now, the block of time is your new me time, and it will be one of the best investments that you're ever going to make. So commit to it, eliminate distractions, and get ready to spend some time in quadrant 2. Now, if you don't know what I mean by quadrant 2, then you need to read the book or go back and watch our last 2 videos. These are the important but not urgent activities that highly effective people spend their time doing consistently. So, now that you've blocked out this time, how are you going to spend it? First, spend a few minutes reflecting on the past week. What worked well? What didn't? What did you not get around to, and why didn't you? Use this time to look back and review how you spent your time and where you can make some improvements. Next, review your goals, both your long-term and your short-term goals, and determine if you got any closer to them. If you don't have your goals written down, it's going to be kind of hard for you to do this step. So you can spend this time identifying what you want to accomplish in your life, both in the short term, like weekly or monthly, and then the long term, by this time next year or even further down the road. List out all the various roles in your life and write down at least one thing that you'd like to accomplish in each area. By roles, I mean spouse, parent, friend, co-worker, employee, business owner, all the different hats that you wear. Once that's done, shift your thinking to the week coming up. What do you want to accomplish next week, and when are you going to do it? Start by putting in the things that are time sensitive, like meetings and doctor's appointments and haircuts and whatever has a predetermined specific time attached to it. Then take a look at your goals. Pick one and figure out the next step. When are you going to do it? Schedule it. You want to catch up with an old friend? When are you going to do it? Schedule it. Want to spend more time with your kids? When are you going to do it? Put it on your calendar. Need to have a difficult conversation with one of your employees? When are you going to do it? What day? Need to put together a presentation? When are you going to get started on it? Remember, someday is not a day of the week. When you start scheduling your priorities, you're going to be amazed at how much more in control of your life you're going to feel. Instead of letting your schedule own you, you're taking control. There's no room on the calendar for things you hope to get around for, if you have the time. If it's important enough, schedule time to do it. and commit to it. The more you do this, the better you'll get at estimating how much time certain tasks will take. When you reflect on the last week, pay attention to things that took longer than you expected and plan next week accordingly. Same thing for those tasks that didn't take as long as you thought they would. The more you do this, the easier it gets. Once this becomes a habit, gone are the days of waking up with an overwhelming feeling as you mentally go through the list of everything you need to try and get done. No more driving into work thinking about all the things you got to do when you hit the office. No more sitting at your desk wondering, what do I need to do first? Your plan is in place, and it'll tell you what you have to do when you get there. Your job is simply to stick to the plan, follow your calendar, stick to your appointments, and then make a new plan next week. Building your schedule like this allows you to put first things first. It also allows you to bring a closure to the week and make a clean break, knowing that a plan is in place to hit the ground running next week so you don't have to think about all the things you got to do when you get back to the office. It may seem overly structured and robotic to do this, but I promise if you'll just try it for 1 month, you'll be amazed at the impact that it'll have on you. Once you get things out of your head, it will free you up to enjoy life. Our brains are much better suited for experiencing the world around us than it is for storing and recalling information. I mean, how many times have you been doing one thing but your mind is somewhere else? How many fun experiences have you missed because of this? Commit to a weekly time for reflection and planning so you can spend more time making an impact and living a full life. So that's it for this week's action video. Don't forget to click that little red subscribe button, and please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Feel free to make an impact on someone else by sharing the video, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Also, go check out our website where you can read our blog and sign up for our free monthly newsletter. All those links are in the description below, down there. Thanks for watching. Now go make an impact.